Well, everyone, it looks like the iPhone 15 has just came out, which all of us kind of know that. So let's go and take a look at it against the iPhone 10 and see how both these phones kind of compare. Now, both these devices are beautiful. I love them a lot. And I will tell you the iPhone 10 is probably the more legendary one, but the 15 is the one I'd recommend every single person to buy now. If you want, links will be down in the description. You can get these phones from there, the ones I would recommend buying. And you can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside, the iPhone 10 that came out in 2017 was easily one of the biggest changes that Apple made back then. It was a really big change at the time. And on the front, you were getting a 5.8-inch Super Retina OLED display. It's a pretty good panel, the first OLED display we got on any iPhone at that point, and it was a very good looking phone, very good display, and I love this phone a lot at that moment. It's a 60Hz panel, fairly good and fairly high resolution, and it's still a very good looking phone. Like the panel on this thing still is very decent to this day. You have the notch up top as well. The iPhone 15, on the other hand, this is a little bit of a bigger 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. So it is a bigger panel, it's a brighter panel, it's a better panel in pretty much every single way you can probably think about it. And that's a cool thing going on with this type of phone. Now, you can see we have the dynamic island as well. So that was a nice touch Apple brought in a couple years ago. And we still have, or they brought it last year, and we still have it on this specific device, which looks beautiful. So definitely the iPhone 15 looks better on the front. Some overlap, both have 60Hz displays, but definitely the 15 is by far the better one here for sure. Now for the rest of the bodies, you can kind of see that again, both phones are a little tiny bit different. The iPhone 15 on the side basically has that standard side to it. You have the volume buttons and everything. The iPhone 10 had that stainless steel side with a reflective material to it. Looked beautiful on the iPhone 10. SIM card tray on the iPhone 10 as well. On the bottom though, we do have a USB-C port on the iPhone 15 this year. The iPhone 10 has that Lightning port, which is still good. Like Lightning is still perfectly fine, probably for a majority of things you're going to do. But having USB-C, I think, is a very nice feature to have, and that's still a very cool thing that you have going on the iPhone 15 over the Lightning on the iPhone 10. On the backside, you can see a little bit of a different type of experience as well. Both have dual camera setups, and you can definitely tell both are iPhones for sure, but you can probably tell that the iPhone 10 looks a little bit more, I guess, outdated than the iPhone 15. The 15 definitely looks more like nowadays, like what we'd expect. You can see we have that dual camera setup diagonal. We're also getting a standard glass back on the iPhone 10, where the iPhone 15 has that frosted glass back. So that's kind of another interesting thing kind of going on here too. With something like the iPhone 15, having that frosted glass back is amazing. And personally for me, I love that kind of stuff a lot. I think the 10 still feels very premium. Again, there's not a lot to complain about there, but definitely the 15 wins here. You have wireless charging on both. The 15 does have, the MagSafe capability here, which is a very nice thing for that phone to have too. But that kind of covers it up on the outside. I kind of will tell you that between both, you're definitely getting overall the better built, more premium phone nowadays on the iPhone 15 than on the iPhone 10. But I still think the iPhone 10 is still like a very good phone, for this day and age. But definitely for sure, the iPhone 15 is by far the better one here without a doubt. Now, in terms of software and longevity, once again, you're going to be getting a phone that's going to be way longer lasting on the iPhone 15 than on the iPhone 10. The iPhone 10 is pretty much outdated with software right now. I think everyone kind of knows this. This is a device that has been outdated for a little bit of time. And so you're probably better off getting a phone that is still supported with software. That's why I kind of state that phones like the iPhone 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, those devices that are still supported are probably going to be giving you way better experiences than the specific one right here. So take that as you will, but that's a pretty big thing that I've kind of noticed. And that, without a doubt, would be a big reason why I would recommend people to buy a phone like the iPhone 15 over the iPhone 10. Now let's go and do a speed comparison. The iPhone 10 has that Apple A11 Bionic chip inside of it with 3 GB of RAM. The iPhone 15 has that Apple A16 Bionic chip inside of it with 6 GB of RAM. So let's go and see which one's the faster one between both. Okay, there we go. All the apps are clear in the background, so let's get into it. Phone call is 3, 2, 1. Okay, about the same thing. So I'm going to get into App Stores 3, 2, 1. I think the iPhone 15 is probably better. The iPhone 10 slightly slower, but not a big massive deal. Let's go into Clock 3, 2, 1. The iPhone 15 definitely faster here. Camera 3, 2, 1. Once again, the iPhone 15 was the faster one. Photos 3, 2, 1. Again, the 15 is the faster one. Settings 3, 2, 1. Again, the 15 faster. Getting into some of these other applications. We can try Genshin Impact actually. 3, 2, 1. This is a massive game. I'm sure it's going to take a little bit of time on the iPhone 10, but we'll just go and kind of let it go and kind of see how they kind of perform from that point on. You can see the iPhone 15, I will definitely tell you it's going to be the faster one. And you can see it did get into it faster. The iPhone 10, once again, is going to take its time. It's not a big deal or anything, but that's just one of those things to kind of keep in mind there. Hopping out of both of these, even getting out of an app seems to be a little bit of a glitchier experience on the iPhone 10. Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And this is not that big of a game, but even to get into the loading panel, you can see how much faster it is on the iPhone 15. We're already into the game technically on the iPhone 15. The iPhone 10, a little bit of a pop-up, but you can still see the 15 would have been probably faster regardless. So, I mean, do we wait for the iPhone 10? It took a substantially longer amount of time on this particular device. So, it's just one of those things to keep in mind here. You're going to be getting a faster phone on the iPhone 15 for sure, pretty much in every single way. Stack, 3, 2, 1. You can see the 15 is pretty much done. The 10 is to get into it, but here's the thing. This is going to trickle down into every other way of performance, even there you kind of saw. Like, it's going to be the faster phone in every single one. If you're playing a game, you don't want it to glitch up. Just like how it glitched up right there, you don't want it to glitch up in those moments. So you're definitely going to be getting faster, just everything on the iPhone 15 for sure. Facebook 3, 2, 1. Actually, the iPhone 10 was faster there. That was kind of surprising. We can try another one. We can try like Snapchat 3, 2, 1. I am logged in here though, so keep that in mind. But you can even see right here, the 15 would have been faster regardless. And we can try a different app like Roblox or something, but you kind of get the idea. Without a doubt, the iPhone 15 is the faster phone in every single way. No matter which way you look at it, you're going to be getting a faster phone on the iPhone 15. The 10 is still decent for how old this phone is, but the 10, just doesn't hold up that well against the 15 anymore. So that kind of covers it up there. Now, in terms of the camera side of things, once again, you're definitely going to be getting the better camera in every single dimension on the iPhone 15 over than the iPhone 10. I think the 10 is still a good camera for how old the phone is, but it's not a good camera anymore. You're getting 4K at 60 on the back of both of them. You're getting like 1080p on the front of the iPhone 10. The iPhone 15 has 4K at 60 on the front and the back, which is a very nice touch on a phone like the iPhone 15. Now, on the iPhone 10, I think this camera, when it first came out, was pretty good. I remember when this phone came out, people weren't really even they weren't like focused on the camera, they were focused on the change of the whole entire body. You're getting 10x zoom, but you're getting 0.5x zoom, or you're getting 1x zoom, so no ultra-wide camera, just a standard telephoto and wide-angle lens. You're getting video mode, slow mode, time-lapse, portrait mode, square mode, panorama mode. It's not a horrible camera, but like I mentioned, it just really isn't that great of a camera compared to basically all the phones that we have in this day and age. Now, something like the iPhone 15, this is a much better camera in pretty much every single way. This is a phone that you're going to look at as it being pretty much one of the better cameras you can basically pick up. With this type of device, what I'll definitely tell you is, this phone, you're getting 0.5x zoom, which is amazing. You're getting 10x zoom, so you're getting the same zooming in, zooming out as the iPhone 10, and then some, because you're getting the 0.5x zoom there. You're getting video mode, cinematic mode, slow mode. You're getting lots and lots of features here and lots of capability, which is so amazing. And I do think that in and of itself is a very, very cool thing, making this a very good type of device without a doubt, in my opinion. So to kind of sum it up, what I'll definitely tell you is, I definitely do think a phone like the iPhone 15 is a very good device. I think it's a much better phone than the iPhone 10, and I definitely do think this is a very good upgrade. Going from the iPhone 10 to the 15, it's a very, very solid upgrade for sure. But here's the thing, I also do think going from an iPhone 10 to an iPhone 12 is also a very big upgrade. Going from an iPhone 12 to a 13 Pro is also a very bigger upgrade than even the iPhone 12 one. So I say that to say there's a lot of phones in between these that I would recommend buying before I'd even go to the 15. If this is too expensive, buy a used iPhone 13 Pro. Those things are probably like $600. You can save yourself a couple $100 coming from this one, and that's a very good phone, in some ways better than the iPhone 15. So that's kind of how I see both those phones and how they compare. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.